Hi guys, once again this is Alfred from Binaryoptionstutor.com. I'm going to do a short video, try and keep it as short as I can because as I say whenever I do these kind of videos I really don't like uh, doing these kind of videos. It's like, just so much negative energy, and it's kind of to see the underbelly of binary options. But this video is going to be about the copy Buffett auto trader, and we're gonna go through and look for some of the red flags and hopefully save a lot of people a lot of money uh, before you invest in something like this. Now, this is the latest auto trader doing the rounds. Of course, it's got a wonderful story here, and I recently saw another one which was geared around the gentleman that runs the Medallion Fund. I can't remember his name now, but when I saw this one, I was just really like, wow, really, these guys are getting extreme, because this one is geared around Warren Buffett. For those who don't know, Warren Buffett is some people would argue, uh, the greatest investor of the 20th century. He is an investor and not a trader. And I know it sounds kind of close, but let me clear it up, or try to. For around 14, 15 years, part of my income, different portions, depending on the time, has came from trading. Um, at some point in those years, especially early 2000s, all of my income came from trading. Now, I had no interest whatsoever in holding a company. I'm not investing. My brother and I would crunch some numbers. We would sit down and we would trade based mostly on technical analysis. And sometimes we would trade just momentum uh, in penny stocks. But we had no intention of holding these companies. That's trading. Most of the companies, I wouldn't even know when we were talking about stocks. I wouldn't even know what the companies were. I remember writing a company, ticker symbol DRYD, Dried, back in the day. I knew they had something to do with milk, dried milk. And I remember them because it was my first really good banger. I took them from 5 to like 20. And it was, we were trading pennies at the time. So that's a 400% gain. I remember another company, Millennium Pictures. Uh, they were putting out a picture with Jean-Claude Van Damme. I was a big fan at the time. That's the only companies out of all of these that I never knew anything about what these guys were doing. Warren Buffett is a value investor, and he's very familiar with the companies. He's very familiar with the history of the companies, and he really, at this point, only invest in companies that he could pretty much own all of the company. If you go over here to our website, binaryoptionstutor.com, you'll see an article in here that I wrote a couple of years ago about Warren Buffett, his investing style, and how you can incorporate some of that, into binary options. But Warren Buffett is in no way involved in investing in binary options, and he's in no way, shape, or form involved with this copy Buffett strategy. Here's Here's a quote. This quote's from Warren Buffett. If you aren't thinking about owning a stock for 10 years, don't even think about owning it for 10 minutes. Now, does that sound like someone that's interested in speculating short term on binary options? Again, as I said in the Vertnex video and a lot of these scam videos, you will see these guys now have to tie a bit of reality in. So they take an iconic figure like Warren Buffett and they tie him in that way. But it's unlawful to use his likeness, and it's unlawful to in any way tie your little venture in with Mr. Buffett like that. Going over this page, you'll see a lot of these badges. Uh, or badges. Again, not really very important. You'll see these trust. Uh, these are trust badges here, but you'll notice none of these are hot. Like the McAfee or the semantic antivirus, none of these are hot. So these aren't real. Uh, there's nothing here to really let you authenticate that the software is in fact safe. Now I don't know if the software is safe or it isn't, but this is just here to gain your confidence. Uh, Confidence is just a long word for con, and that's exactly what this is. Again, more uh, Warren Buffett imagery to associate you or to get you to think that he's somehow associated or this is somehow associated with their style of trading. It couldn't be, because Warren Buffett is not a short-term trader. Warren Buffett is a long-term value investor. Uh, and but okay, well, we've got some testimonials down here, and for those who have not seen me do this in other videos, uh, let's take one of these images. I've This lady right here, Christy Perry. I'm going to show you how to take this image, and we're going to go over here. This is Google Images, and we're going to click on this. Going to say load image URL. No, this is, I'm sorry. Skipped a part of this. Let's go back over here and let's get Christy Perry again. I want to show you how to always check these things. We're going to copy the image location. Going to go over here to Google Images. I'm going to drop Christy Perry's image location in, and that's the same image. Matter of fact, you can verify that it's the same image because there it is listed there for the Buffett software. Now the problem with this is that this lady here is her name is actually Jane Ratliff, and they just again took her image and used it without her permission, the same as they done. I guess if you're gonna do it to a billionaire like Warren Buffett, you're not gonna worry about Jane. So there she is on eHow. This video's from 2013, and since it's been about 4 years since she done this video, they're probably thinking that she won't discover that they're using her likeness as well. But again, she has nothing to do. She's in no way affiliated with this software. Now, when you see signs like that, regardless of how wonderful this story here sounds, steer clear. These guys are accepting US traders, and what they're going to do is refer you to an unregulated broker. I've seen some guys go through this software and get referred to a broker like TradeOrex. They're accepting U.S. guys, but the problem is they're completely and utterly unregulated. It wouldn't even matter if this software worked, which I'd take a bet that it doesn't. Okay, I've been around for ages and I've actually created software that has an edge on these brokers. So I know what they're going to do if a software statistically has an edge, and some of it is just refusing to trade. That's part of it. You know, the brokers are there to make money too. So you'll find that trades often won't get filled, even in that case. And if the trade does get filled, then what's going to happen is when you come looking for your withdrawal, the broker is simply not going to honor your withdrawal. If you look around, you'll see reports, and it's not easy to find them because again, as I said in the Vertnex video, there's a lot of organized crime going on right now where these guys who are marketers who are able to go out and manipulate these reviews and push them so far to the front that you've got to really work at it to get an honest review. In hopes of solving that, if anyone has tried this product, please leave feedback. I'll not edit and remove negative feedback, as some people on YouTube sometimes do, because that stops you from really being able to gather the information you need to make a real educated decision about the product. But I noticed when I done the Vertnex video, there were a lot of guys that did come along and let you know that the software is not nearly performing as some of these guys will promise. And I was able to approve all of those comments, and we were able to get the word out, the real word out on what's going on here. So let's try and reproduce something like that with this Copy Buffett software. And guys, again, uh, Warren Buffett, no way associated with this software. You want to read more about Warren Buffett and begin the process of actually learning how to trade. We have some wonderful tools, both free and premium, over here on our site, which is Binaryoptionstutor.com, where we've provided education related to binary options now for almost 4 years. On this site alone. That's all I had for today, guys. Really don't like to spend a lot of time, but I hope that this is going to help save some guys some money uh, and not get your money tied up in unlicensed, unregulated brokers who have no intent whatsoever of paying you, and no-name brokers who are very new and uh, even if you're offshore, there's still no stability with them. They probably won't pay you because these guys are really just trying to get money off of a commission, CPA. And the reality is, the problem with CPA is that established brokers will already you'll already have an account with them, so they have to go and find no-name brokers or very new brokers or unlicensed, unregulated brokers, uh, because they have to steer you to someone that probably doesn't have very much of a reputation, so that they can get their CPA money. There's no interest whatsoever by these guys for the retail traders, and I hope no one falls for things like this. And I'm not entirely altruistic. I'm doing this video because the more guys lose the appetite for trading, and before you really learn how to trade or really get involved with serious trading, the worse it is for sites like mine and other guys that are trying to provide some real value and education inside of the binary options community. So please like, share, comment, subscribe. If we've helped you, please help us by sharing this information with others so that no one will fall for this copy Buffett trading, uh, auto trading platform. See you guys on the next video. Once again, this is Alfred from Binaryoptionstutor.com.